They really beat me down. I was coughing blood for like 2 days. I coughed blood throughout that Saturday stroke Sunday. It's a Monday morning, the thing now relieved me a little bit. My name is Abbas Babatunde. So I am a project manager. I'm also an activist. On Saturday 20th, I go Onipan to go see my friend. So on my way, so suddenly I now saw a woman shout, "This is unfair." And I look back and I discovered there is a policeman and a guy sitting, dragging with each other in the vehicle. I saw the man's wife with a baby for hand. So the baby almost fall from the woman. By the time the police trying to drag the woman husband and the car to deflect the tire. So that what trigger me using camera. Say no, it can't happen like this. Injustice. Even the man commit crime, may not do a more professional way. They are trying to intimidate the guy. The guy has provided DS.
What's all this now? What's all?
The DPO now order say, may they go arrest that guy where they use phone, the video, this thing. They now arrest me, beat me up, treat me anyhow, bust up my face. You can see my face. You can see all the bruises. It's swelling more than this. It's because I was just because of the time frame that will make it go down. Another kind after to 2. That's when the time they arrest me on Saturday. So I was there on Monday morning. So that Saturday evening, they forced me to write a statement. And I said I didn't know I can't write a statement until I see my lawyer or a family member for me to be able to write a statement. They didn't allow me. They now start writing statements on their own. No, which I don't know anything about. Which I can't hear say I did among people who burn down their station. I did among people who carry their AK-47. They now change the topic entirely. I was so confused that because in the process they now use their hand to cover some parts of the statement. I didn't know the full details of what is inside the statement. They use their hand to cover it. I told them they still beat me that I'm proving stubborn now. I'm proving stubborn that by Monday morning I will have sense. By the time they beat me, that is when I now suspect that the guy that is in tension with me, they connive with the guy that the guy should beat me in the cell. The guy will just come and kick me on my. I will call the attention of the police. The police, they are laughing at me that I think I call myself a freedom fighter. I mean, Sabi camera. I said I should camera the guy inside now. I said this guy want to kill me because police officers all beat me. I'm not weak. I'm not strong to able to defend myself in the cell with the guy. On Monday morning, after they tried to persuade me to write a statement, I refused. They slapped me, they kicked me. One say you go waste me. One of the officers say pay now, say you know the duty. Say any officer wey here say when he resume duty, yes say the guy wey do the camera, they yell like one go just carry stone me inside the cell. Some go maybe I did this thing. They will, one who come in, he remove the belt. He beat me almost like 15 times with his belt. Say na me sabi camera be. I mean the camera police. They will send me to jail. They will make sure I end up in jail. They one who say he get lucky, therefore don't delete me through away. He say he did duty. I have the guts to camera police officer. They drive away my friends and some of my comrades, maybe activists who come visit me, where they hear about my arrest. As they drive them away, suddenly they handcuff me. They handcuff me like a criminal, put me inside your pickup down to Yaba magistrate court. As we reach Yaba, they come carry me go meet one of their prosecutor team there. That one come call me, ask me the story. I now explain to the prosecutor team. That one now say, if it is so, the next time I should let the police do their job. I should not be interfering in police job. That now talk to the policeman that let them release me, let me go on bail. So those police, they no dey happy because they don't promise me say as I dey go so say I go end up in Kirikiri or Alagbon. Say I must go to jail. So by the time I now come back, they are not happy with the report of the court. Say the court say they release me on bail. So they are just doing it grudgingly. they now ask for my pin, my phone pin number, so they can delete the video I did, and I give them my pin. So since it's the video, as they enter, so they just change again, say they can't see some the video of the during the time of NSAS protest I participate, and some other protests, not only NSAS protests. I dey protest for NEPA bill, I dey protest for fuel increasements, I dey protest for Tina, that lady wey dey keep for Woshoki, I dey brutality, all the pictures. I still have some of those pictures on my phone on protest. That's what the DPO say no, say don't take, why don't the video police that they will use this to teach me lesson. I need to end the jail. So he carry it back. He say make they handcuff me again. After we don't come back from Yaba Magistrate Court, say make they carry me go Panti. The DPO by himself carry me. We go Panti. We can't go their delegate department for Panti again. To see how these people wicked though, and they carry me go Panti. God so do it. The legal team in Panti no give them any audience, so he no favor them. They now went drive down straight to Pedro police station. So by the time we get to Pedro, the DPO enter, he go see the Pedro DPO. I don't know what in the DPO they discuss. All I see is say now you go the film, you get luck, say that is the DPO of you see where you do am. Now me, I go don't waste you away, I'll delete you. He now order the whole police that nobody in the cell, all the detainees who I meet there as they bring me, say nobody should have access to phone to call their family member because of me. He now put me, he said make they open one dark cell. So make they put me inside. They put me inside the dark cell. Say me member of me that if anybody asks of me, they tell them say I no dey here. Yeah, I was in the cell in Pedro there. Suddenly I just saw a lady. Say the lady say is here for my case, that the Oga for PPRO, public relation complainant, this thing, say may they bring me come. Hey Mr. Miwa Adejobi or something, yeah. Say may they bring me come Isaac John. Say mine follow, may they give me my phone and my shoe. Say mine follow them. By the time I now reach their office for Isaac John for GRA, the Oga now talk to me. He now explain, I tell him my own side of the story.
That's Mr.
Miwa for like the PPRO. He's a very good man. He's not, if we can have people like that in police force, will be a good, because he's a very he reason with me, he listened to my own side of the story, he listened to everything. Say I didn't deserve, they could have given me access to call my lawyer or my this thing that day. Why do I say I then beat? He was so very upset. He now begged me, they give me food, they buy amala for me, they give me water. He now release me. I can't learn lesson. During that my 4 days detention, say most of the people what we think say missing people, most of them they are not ritualists. It now dawned to me that most of them don't be ritualists, kidnap them or kill them. Most of them is done by those police. If a DPO of a station, a father that is enough to be my father, can tell me that he will delete me, he will tell that, can you know what the fellow ordinary officer, police officer will be doing behind the scene, behind the camera? For Nigerians, may they speak out, may they no fear. Police is meant to protect us. They're not supposed to be our enemy. I no hate police. They are our brothers, they are our sisters. They no fall from heaven come. So may they behave well. May they know they see a fellow citizen like them like as a prey to exploit or to intimidate because they carry gun. May they know they do so. We are their brothers. So let us treat us like human beings. They should not treat us like animal.